Last time on Brainshock Podcasts.
Brown bricks. What the fuck?
And now, our feature presentation.
And we're back, once again, ladies and gentlemen. Either this is part 2 of episode 2, or this is just the same fucking video, and I'm making myself look like an ass.
It's probably the latter.
Alright, and we're up to Sony now.
PlayStation.
And the first things we have to talk about are fucking DLC. You opened a press conference with DLC.
You didn't,
That's the
motherfucker.
sign already, but we'll get to that in a little bit.
Like, Sony.
Oh, wait.
Dense motherfucker.
Where's Locke, guys?
He said he had to go. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I must
Oh
have
yeah,
been-
in between that break, he had to go somewhere.
Are we going to actually cover the small amount of information they gave about Sonic Forces?
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Sonic
right.
Forces. Okay. Yeah, I was away from the keyboard when Locke said he had to go. I'm sorry, but
All right.
Locke, if you're listening to this, thanks for being on. Always great to have you. So, right. Thank you, Lynn. Before we get to Sony, there is a new Sonic Forces trailer that we want to talk about, and some gameplay footage and a E3 demo.
I can't do this alone, even though I am strong. Need something more than me, someone to push me to victory. Let's see what we can do together, me and you. Can't be afraid to try. Kiss your fears goodbye. No looking back.
Which revealed the villains: Shadow, Chaos, Metal Sonic. Who the hell are you again? And the new guy.
Hey!
Honestly, all I have to say about Sonic Forces right now is that it looks really interesting, and I'm kind of glad to be a Sonic fan.
Lynn.
But anyhow.
Lynn, watch your tongue. Zabok had a really fucking good boss theme.
Yeah, that's about all we know.
Who the hell he is?
That's all I could say about him, but at least it's one good thing.
Yeah. Sonic Mania looks really interesting, too.
Well,
Granted, it's reusing some old levels, but still.
yeah, it's reusing some. I was
Green Hill,
honestly
Chemical
a little pissed at that first because I wanted Sonic Mania to be more of its own thing, but clearly they've shown me up because they've expanded on the old levels enough that I don't even give a shit anymore.
First
Did
off,
I ever give one?
dude, the boss of fucking Green Hill is Death Egg Robot.
Yeah. No, and the boss of Green Hill and Sonic Forces is the fucking Egg Dragoon.
Yep. Yeah.
And there's a fucking giant crab monster, and that's not even.
Giant robot crab monster.
And that's not even.
Giant enemy from attack weak point for massive damage.
And that's not even getting into the create an OC thing.
Sonic
But
Forces.
we don't need to get into that though, because that was like a month ago.
Yeah. Alright,
So-
now on to Sony, correct?
I suppose so. And what better way to open Sony's amazing conference than with fucking DLC? Really? The Lost Legacy?
At least it seems like it's a whole new story mode, but
Hold on,
I
what?
guess. Uncharted: The Lost Legacy and Horizon. Okay, Austin. Forget it.
Sorry.
Watch your language, young man. Uncharted: The Lost Legacy and Horizon: The Frozen Wilds.
Well, all I said was why Sony, why, and that was it.
yeah, with
Why?
Oh, Sony! Why?
I feel like they probably should have started off with some of the bigger announcements that they had on this, which wasn't
Which one of
much,
them
if I'm
is
being
focused on
honest. Like, they probably should have started out with God of War, maybe, which we'll get to later.
And we'll get to the... even though it happened early on, we're going to get to the big announcement that everyone loved last. Just a quick reminder. But
after, like, Nintendo and all that, but...
I also don't understand them showing off Uncharted, because isn't that coming out fairly soon, and don't we already know stuff about it?
I believe so, yeah.
Like, I don't have a PS4 at the moment, and even then, I do not care about Uncharted whatsoever. Oh, but
release date
we can't...
22nd, 2017.
One thing we can talk about is how Sony's stream for E3 this year was fucking terrible.
Oh yeah,
don't remind me.
I think on Twitch's side specifically, but I don't know if there were also problems on the YouTube stream.
I think there were also problems because first of all, we started with like absolutely no audio for Uncharted and Horizon Zero Dawn, and then like every other minute the video was buffering, not just for me but for other people watching, all of the crowd.
Honestly, my video wasn't buffering when I was watching it, but...
Well, you are a lucky motherfucker, then.
Yeah, like, it buffered for me on... It buffered for the TFS stream that I was watching.
Yeah, I didn't get any buffering issues.
No, that's weird, because, like...
Despite my crappy internet.
That's weird, because that's a server or not a server end issue. That was the, that was the recording... That was the streaming side issue, not a internet issue for people.
Yeah, no, but still.
Anyway,
but Uncharted and Horizon DLC thoughts, because I don't have any.
I am excited for the Horizon Zero Dawn DLC. I loved the game. There were some issues, there were some issues, but I really enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to an entire new area to explore.
For me with the Uncharted DLC, I have the first 3 games, but I haven't played anything throughout them yet. I haven't played an Uncharted 4, so I don't know what the Lost Legacy DLC is going to entail. And as for Horizon Zero Dawn, I have not played the game, so I can't say anything.
All right. Anything else?
Really.
All right.
Nothing that I can think of.
All right. Days Gone.
I do like
a lot of Days Gone from how much we slept.
I do like a couple of the things they showed off in it. It didn't feel like a generic. Well, the setting feels like a generic zombie setting, but I really like the horde mentality the AI enemies seem to have.
Yeah,
or the zombie enemies seem to have, at least, and the way that you can use that to your advantage. I like that gameplay-wise. The setting, again, is very run-of-the-mill, but in my opinion, it's been so long since I've seen a run-of-the-mill zombie game that, fuck it, I'm up for it. Like, it's not going to be anything groundbreaking, but fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Alright. I mean, it bored me last year. I didn't see much interest in it this year either.
What's next?
Monster Hunter World and the Sony drink. Sony and Microsoft drink the tears of Nintendo fans.
I'm interested.
I'm not. I've never been interested in Monster Hunter World. Or the Monster Hunter series.
I have been interested in Monster Hunter, but I'm not interested mainly because I'm still hoping for XX to get a localization on 3DS and Switch.
Hold on, did we already go over the thing?
We're saving that for last, Lynn. We're saving that for last.
Not that thing!
Yes, that thing, but that's last. That's the big thing, which happened after
the
Monster
big thing
Hunter.
we're going over last, but we already talked about the other thing you brought up.
Yeah. Okay, but
as I was saying, I have Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate and 4 Ultimate. I played about a good hour of 3 Ultimate, and I know I finished 4 Ultimate. Haven't touched Generations, but Monster Hunter World looks interesting. And to keep on the Monster Hunter tangent, I'm interested to see what direction Monster Hunter Stories is going to take on 3DS. But anywho, that's besides the point.
Again, I really want XX to get a localization, if alone because some of the content in that game looks amazing. Hell, I honestly, I want Monster Hunter XX to come out just for the Sailor Moon DLC. I am not even kidding.
I personally, the game just feels so much like grinding the game. It like
yeah,
the
but
game
then
series,
again,
and that does not appeal to me.
Yeah, but then again, it's not specific RPGs. KOF, Legend of Dragoon KOF, but that's besides the point again.
I thought you said Legend of the Hidden Temple.
The choices are yours, and yours alone.
Yours alone. Thanks, old Nick.
Alright, are we talking about what's next, or what's
we're-
after what's next?
What's after? We're saving the really big thing that was after. We're saving we're saving the big thing for last because that's the thing people actually care about. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Oh fucking boy!
Honestly, that looks like a mixed bag. Crazy. No, that looks like a crazy mixed bag in of itself.
I mean, I know Locke has been playing the story demo that's been released, and he loves the interactions in that game. But I'm just the things, and I've heard the gameplay is pretty fine because they simplify a lot of the commands, like not oversimplify. It's enough so that
simplified enough to where
it's something that fighting game fans I think can get behind, but it's not too much for casuals. But honestly, for me, I can't care anymore. I was so excited when the game was announced. But the recent leaks with the roster and how they've been starting to get confirmed by the new trailers and stuff, and the model quality and stuff, I honestly don't care anymore unless Capcom does something similar to Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which they better not do in 6 months. They better wait like a year or two after.
At the very least, make it DLC, not
make it DLC
not a new game.
Yeah,
you said
you can make it a new game, but add everything that's in it as DLC, like Ultra Street Fighter 4.
You know what, VHS? You said that they better not do this thing in 6 months. Now they're going to do it in 3.
Okay, as I was saying, just to keep on the Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 tangent, that game still has DLC, correct?
Okay, here's the thing. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 did have DLC, unfortunately, when it came out. For some reason, Jill and Shuma Gorath were both still DLC characters, which meant that once Disney pulled the license from Capcom, those DLC characters were removed from the store, and you can't get them anymore. Luckily, however, the Steam, PS4, and Xbox One port has inserted them into the game on disc for free.
Alright.
Oh, now at least that's two DLC.
Yep, the newer version of the game does not have any DLC. It's just the complete package, which is respectable.
Because that was the version I bought for PS3.
Yeah. And you can't get DLC for that one anymore, I'm afraid.
I was gonna try, damn it. But anyhow.
So, any other thoughts on Marvel vs. Capcom?
I'm not a big fighting game guy, and my Marvel Capcom stuff is limited to the games that Capcom makes, and the comics, and the animated stuff, and sometimes comics that Marvel makes.
Alright. And Johnny?
Not much. I'm not that big of a fighting game person, so yeah.
Alright.
That's a fighting person? Fuck.
Well, I mean, no, I'm not gonna try and make a joke out of that.
Don't.
I mean, I used to fight.
Hold on, I'm just going to say, I'm looking at the previews. I'm sorry to go ahead a bit. Looking at the patient, I'm like, is that fucking Gandhi?
I think we're gonna do all the VR stuff all together because
We'll
there
do
was
all the
not
V-
much interesting.
We're
there.
gonna do all the VR stuff together, but we'll
I
go
feel
through
like
it very
we should
quickly
pick up
because
now.
no one really cares. Call of Duty World War II. It's another Call of Duty, except this,
Except this time they're aping Battlefield 1.
but it's World War II because that's the actiony one. Ooh.
Who cares?
Yeah,
A lot of people do. I mean, more people are interested in this one than they were in Infinite Warfare. I'll give them that.
That is.
I suppose.
Alright, it's time for the VR stuff. First of all, we got
Gandhi.
Skyrim again, now in VR. I don't see why Bethesda couldn't have announced this at their fucking thing.
Okay.
That's a great fucking thing.
It's not even an exclusive experience. It's just VR.
VR.
At
There's
Sony's.
There's Star Child. I can't believe they're adapting 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Well, they're only adapting the one scene where you become God, or the Star Child. What was that? And you know what? I'm gonna analyze this video later.
All right. Mini tangent. I've read into the lore of 2001. Basically, like he just ascended to a higher plane of existence.
That's pretty much what I.
He has like superpowers.
That makes sense.
Where it gets confusing is in 2010. They bring Hal back to life, but he turns good.
What?
They bring Hal back to life because they find the spaceship abandoned, and he turns good and sacrifices himself, and in the process, he somehow goes to the same plane of existence that the guy is in. A fucking robot ascends to a higher plane of existence. And
they left that out of the 2010 movie.
And in 3001, they've merged together into a single person.
What?
Oh, God.
So they banged?
No.
No.
I mean that's what I would expect merging into one being would be.
Well, I mean,
at that level is the equivalent of sex.
Well, you can't. I don't think you can blame them because I don't think you can blame them because I think they're like the two people that are like giant space babies. And yes, Lynn, that kind of looks like Gandhi, maybe the impatient.
The inpatient looks like it's going to be generic. You're trapped in a. I can't believe that this is a generic scenario now, but the generic. You're trapped in a hospital with a crazy doctor, sort of crazy doctor on staff, sort of thing.
I was honestly going to make the joke. Oh fuck yeah, we're getting the Clone High game.
We're back in the 1980s. Okay,
like small tangent. That theme song is really weird. I like the first half of it, but then it gets really mopey towards the end. Yeah. Anyway,
I still need to watch that series. Next is probably the highlight of the VR. Big's Big Final Fantasy 15.
That's it. I've come up with a new fishing rod.
I like that they've expanded Noctis's character into a fully fledged gaming experience, but
okay. And
yeah, it's fishing.
And lastly, we have the Tale of Despero. That's
what it is. You can't fucking escape it. Shut up.
Moss. A lot of people have been making comparisons between it and the Tale of Despero, which is a really good kids book. It's about like a heroic mouse and stuff. It also got a pretty decent movie, but the movie.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
The movie is very different, but I still think it's good. But that's a different thing. Yeah, it's a VR platformer thing for some reason. Why? Okay, another mini tangent. Why would you make platforming games in VR? I don't think that makes any sense. The point of VR is to immerse the player in another reality. I don't see what you can get from that in a platforming game. You're just
here's the thing. With VR, it can be that way, or it could be a replacement for monitors. In my opinion, like it's kind of hard for me to explain, but
we were talking about the Tale of Despero. I immediately think, when thinking about the Tale of Despero, we must never forget the words of the author of Captain Underpants. Read before you see the anime.
Yeah.
Lynn, shut up. That's the non-canon episode.
Yeah, with with the way that VR is treated, it feels like they're trying to use it as a replacement for monitors rather than as its own like thing, which I am personally fine with. But yeah, that's my 2 cents.
I don't see the purpose of it myself. Also, there's Bravo Team as a VR game.
That's
that's believe it or not, though, that game is not sponsored by the channel Bravo.
I didn't think it was. Anyway.
Alrighty, I've noticed Austin has muted himself. I guess he had to do something, and I didn't hear it.
It's just us now. Let's go.
Oh, great. Now Austin's been eaten. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be our running gag from now on. If somebody is away from their mic when they shouldn't be, they've automatically been eaten.
Yeah, remember when I said Locke had to go to work? I lied. He got eaten as well.
He got eaten by that monster somewhere. You really have to buy a flashlight. It is dark in here.
VHS, are you sure you're not the monster?
Okay.
Guys, I don't... Johnny, do you honestly think I'm the monster? That'd be some shitty M. Night Shyamalan twist.
Well, I am M. Night Shyamalan.
What a twist!
What the twist? Alright.
Okay. We've
back to actual games. Dad
now
of
that
War.
Austin's back, Dad of War. I really like what they showed off.
I do too. I'm still all for this game. I actually recently got God of War 2, and I do think it's a very good game from what little I've played of it. And I really like the direction the new God of War is taking things.
Actually, one thing I'm trying to remember from like the logo of the game, did it still have the Omega symbol?
Yes.
So there might be still some Greek connections.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. In the trailer, they showed off some Greek stuff with Kratos. It's a sequel. It's not a.
It's not a reboot or anything like that. It's same universe.
This is after Kratos ended the world in God of War. Oh my God! Spoilers for God of War 3. I know everybody loved the story, but
what the fuck, bro? You can't expect everyone to have played every game ever made. Oh my God!
But yeah,
for a very old game.
But yeah, I like the direction it's going. I like the character. One thing I was worried about is that the kid would become some sort of MacGuffin to the game, where like he'd get kidnapped or something, and Kratos has to go on this epic rage-fueled journey. And Kratos has to go on like this epic rage-fueled journey to save the day and save his son.
VHS, when you said MacGuffin, I'm like, you have to collect 120 children.
Oh God! Oh, so it's a spiritual successor to Michael Jackson's Moonwalker.
Yeah, Kratos of God of War.
But instead of
it's called Kratos' God Killer.
I do like the fact that the kid stays with you through the game, and I get the feeling
and you get a bit of a gameplay thing with him.
And that it seems like a driving factor of the game is the growth between Kratos and his kid.
Yeah, what I really like about this game is that it seems like the kid's not a MacGuffin, but it looks like it's going to be a bit of a father-son god-killing god. It's a father-son god-killing extravaganza.
It's the Hercules equivalent to Batman and Robin.
Yeah, no, like it's. Like, imagine those like generic father-son activities there are, like working on stuff or something like that, but replace like the generic stuff with killing gods.
Instead of Kratos is like, I will take the fire horse.
No, it's like Kratos and his son go fishing, and they reel out like the Hydra and the Loch Ness monster.
No, they reel out the world serpent from the.
They reel out Neil deGrasse Tyson.
No, that's how they fish. They throw Kratos' axe into the water and then try to pull something back with it.
That's just amazing.
That'd be beautiful.
I think next on the list, if we're done talking about God of War, are we?
I would say so. Like we're still excited for it overall. Beyond, Detroit Become Human, the latest in the Heavy Rain train of laughs.
I would have said Indigo Prophecy, but that's a little bit too thing for that. But
it's a game. That's a
Honestly,
movie.
my experiences with David Cage are the SGB playthrough of Heavy Rain and the Super Best Friends playthrough of Beyond Two Souls.
I mean, I've never played any of them. The only one I've seen
They're
is
terrible.
the only one I've seen a significant amount of is Heavy Rain, which
Heavy Rain is basically QuickTime the events. The game and Beyond Two Souls is Heavy Rain, but with JoJo, with a fucking JoJo reference.
with
a motherfucking JoJo reference.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Oh shit!
well, the spirit in Beyond Two Souls acts sort of like a stand.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wooly,
Okay.
you're the instrument of my revenge.
Anyway, with Detroit Become go ahead.
I haven't seen a significant amount of David Cage's games, so I can't expect much other than a silly movie that is sold as a game.
Yeah, with,
Jason, motherfuckers.
what I like about figures that the apocalypse will start in Detroit. I like.
Welcome, our android overlords.
No,
I
Broken.
like,
it's
I
a
like
rule
different
of
looks at.
it's a rule of media that giant robot giant killer robots shit always starts in Detroit. I mean, RoboCop, the Transformers Cartoon Network series.
Remember that show Optimus Prime was fucking afraid of spiders?
That's
That was funny.
Well, no. Yes, it is funny, until you realize that the reason he's afraid of spiders is because he lost a comrade of his to giant spider aliens, only to find out that she'd actually survived and was mutilated into a hideous Transformer spider hybrid, and because of this she's turned evil and can no longer trust him.
Oh, that's
Spoilers, asshole!
No, that's not a spoiler, that's season 1.
okay then. Something I really like about Detroit Become Human, at least from what I've seen, is that it's not a hardline AI is the enemy, protect yourself from the machines, don't trust technology sort of story. It's a race war essentially, with lots of shades of gray by the looks of it.
How many? About 50?
Nope.
No, there's about 100.
100 shades of gray.
No, it's a tie-in with Ashen from the Microsoft conference. 50,000 Shades of Grey.
Hello.
No, it's like a best-selling book. You open it, it's just the words Shades of Grey 50,000 times.
Yeah, with
That's actually a thing, though.
Yes, it is, and it's by Actions. But it's an actual book he published.
Oh, I love that. With Detroit Become Human, it's probably, like, gameplay-wise, it's probably going to be the same David Cage fare. Though they might have gotten better at programming in action sequences, but, like, it's probably going to be the same sort of affair of hearing the thoughts and having different choices at different times. As long as they keep it like Heavy Rain, where anybody can die permanently for the game, then it'll keep the stakes up, and it'll be like you are playing a movie, though that is a very, very... It'll be a very weird game, but it's not saying anything when we're talking about David Cage.
David Cage needs to be like M. Night Shyamalan and have like himself cameo in the game.
Or he could be like...
No, if he's gonna be like M. Night Shyamalan, he's gonna give himself like a major role in the game where he like saves humanity with his profound writing.
Or he could be like Mel Brooks, right? Yeah, and just appear in every one of his movies as one of the bit parts.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, honestly, I feel like David Cage should just make CGI movies.
Yeah. Hasn't the Heavy Rain movie been in like development hell for several years?
I don't remember.
I heard there was a 39 seasons development hell to where it was just like, fuck no.
Well, okay. I think that's all we have to say about Detroit. Destiny 2.
Don't give me that! I don't believe in fate. And I won't say it. All right, you win. You win. I give. I'll say it. I'll say it. I'll say it. Destiny! Destiny! No escaping! That's for me! Destiny! Destiny! No escaping! That's for me! Destiny! Destiny! No escape! No.
I don't care.
Say I
hope they get it right the second time.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much, because...
Like, what was really bringing down Destiny 1 was a lack of content at the beginning. And this is coming from an outsider's perspective, so, like, feel free to chew me out in the comments if there are any comments. Anyway,
no, wait, let's go to Destiny 2. What are your thoughts again? Wait, continue on.
I just hope they get it right the second time and have a lot of content that they can also add on to.
I would be happy
as the game goes on.
I would be happy if they improved it, but my expectations are low because I heard of how underwhelming Destiny was.
It's very underwhelming unless you have the DLC.
Up next, we have everybody's favorite crime-fighting superhero, Spider-Man.
Ah, yes, your friendly neighborhood Spider Person.
Spider-Person.
Spider Pig. Spider Pig does whatever a Spider Pig does.
Spider Pig does.
So yeah, I'm excited for this. I really was a big Spider-Man fan as a child. And
I am excited for it also because, first of all, I love Insomniac games. I think the Spyro games are solid, even though I've barely played them. I love the Ratchet and Clank franchise and lore. I haven't played. I think it was Infamous or what was the other thing that that Insomniac did for PS3?
I think it was Infamous. No, that was Sucker Punch.
Right, Infamous was Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch was Infamous too.
Right.
What were the two things you named off with Insomniac?
Spyro and Ratchet.
Yeah.
That's about all I can think
They did Sunset Overdrive on Xbox One and some...
that thing I don't care for.
And they basically did an indie game called Song of the Sea.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that.
The inner child of me squeed when I saw more stuff on the Spider-Man thing.
I loved what I saw for the most part.
Pretty much everyone loved what they saw at first. It's basically a slightly faster paced Arkham, which I think works for Spider-Man, because Spider-Man has a lot of options. They give him stealth, a lot of attack options. It makes sense, especially because the counter shit actually makes sense, because Spider-Man actually has spider sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With I like how you can apparently use the environment to your advantage while fighting nukes. I like how you can... Like there was that one scene where he webbed up the I-beam and then just sort of levered it into knocking out 3 mooks. And
but honestly, for me, sorry.
The things I didn't like about it was that it did seem fairly QTE heavy, and I hope.
Here we go. The big problems, all the QTEs.
Honestly, the game looks fun enough. It's just the plethora of QTEs really bother me.
They need to keep that shit to a minimum. The footage we saw once he gets to the helicopter chase, it was so fucking scripted.
Honestly, I do not want to see another QTE Bayonetta problem.
If we have fucking glorious failure things.
Bayonetta's problem was that its QTEs were just incredibly difficult.
Oh
yes,
yeah,
that's the problem I've heard. They're very tight.
That's one problem. I thank Bayonetta 2 for. They just get rid of the QTEs completely.
Yeah, with.
I mean, granted, I haven't played Bayonetta 2 yet, but still.
The problem I see happening with Insomniac Games' Spider-Man game is that it looks like it might break up the pacing too much. That it's going to be there constantly, just breaking up the action. That just doesn't.
Yeah, that's going to rub people the wrong. It's going to rub people the wrong way, and it's going to piss a lot of people off.
I will get the game either way because it looks like a lot of fun regardless, but it will be a negative point if I ever get around to actually criticizing things.
I'm still gonna get it when I get a PS4 because I still think it has the potential to be good. I just tone down on the scripted shit. Also, I would like to add that the Sony press conference had a fucking Marvel Cinematic Universe post-credit scene where they hinted at Miles being playable.
Or Miles being involved in the plot, at the very least.
Alright,
at the very least.
So I'd also like to note that up next, it's
VHS's... Alright, before we get to the big stuff, there's a couple things on the pre-show that we have not talked about.
Yes.
No. This is different pre-show stuff, because, like, there's Tropico and stuff. The big things of notice that I saw out of the pre-show were, Knack 2, baby!
Gary, as he fucking said it.
Game of the year, baby!
We are such video game donkey ripoffs. Why do we even bother?
Anyway.
I don't know.
Why does anyone even bother with Donkey around?
I don't know. But,
come on, we have to admit that fucking Knack 2 has to be Game of the Year. Come on, guys.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be Game of the Year. Although, to be fair, in Donkey's actual E3 video, like, he was so impressed with Super Mario Odyssey that he just completely seriously dropped the Knack 2 joke. Like, he just dropped it like, okay, guys, forget Knack 2. Mario Odyssey's gonna be Game of the Year.
Can I actually say I'm really excited from how it looks on Ni no Kuni 2?
Oh yeah, that's a thing. I haven't played. The only thing that interested me about 1 was that Studio Ghibli did the cutscenes. That's that's fucking awesome.
It's a level 5 Miyazaki Studio Ghibli fanatic fan service RPG.
And the other thing of notice, there was one little bit of Crash Bandicoot news. Because apparently in a majority of the levels of all 3 games, Coco is now playable, and she has the exact same moveset as Crash, unlike her limited moveset in unlike her limited moveset in Warped and Wrath of Cortex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's awesome, because she's awesome. Alright, now for the big thing that people have been wanting us to talk about. The highly beloved, by many, 10 out of 10 scores, an arts classic of video game culture.
It's Undertale.
It's fucking broken! You didn't let me finish the joke!
This summer, PlayStation owners will finally feel the rush of burning in hell.
Yeah, it's Undertale.
Everybody loves it, right?
But seriously,
that news. Don't kill me yet.
But seriously, I do want to talk about this because I think it's impressive and extremely exciting that we now know it's possible Undertale can get ported to consoles. Because because of all the
still not on Linux.
Because of all the Easter eggs and
shut up.
Linux. Because of all the Easter eggs and shit. Undertale is actually kind of a technical game in certain aspects, mainly because of Easter eggs and shit, and how it affects your computer, like the side effects you get from certain endings. Let's try to keep. I know the game's been out a couple years, but it is Undertale, so let's be spoiler-free, please.
Yeah, one of the reasons I'm excited about this is, well, there's certain parts of the game that I don't know if it's spoiler free. There's certain parts of the game that affect your PC's game
There's
files.
special parts of the game, and that's all I say.
And because of that, the point of the game at certain points can be sort of undermined by technical knowledge. And while that is able to be, and while that is a similar thing with consoles, it is much harder to mess with console game files than PC game files. So the point of the game is much more hit home, much harder. And yeah, that's about all I have to say on this. I'm excited to.
Basically,
No reason for me to get a Vita. 10 years after its release. 10 years after its release.
5 years.
No, wait, no, 5 years. Sorry. It feels like 10 years because I've just been waiting for a
Jesus
reason
Christ.
to get
Jesus
something.
Christ, broken.
So what about that OKKO game?
Oh yeah, I don't see much reason to talk about that, but for some reason, even though it's barely out, Cartoon Network is doing like a PS4, Xbox One game for Liquid Plaza Turbo, or as it's now known, OKKO.
OKKO looks, well, I mean,
I haven't seen the game, but I really want to follow the series because I've been wanting it to get picked up since it was released.
The series, it's good to see that Cartoon Network has enough faith in the game to give it its own console release. Well, yeah, has enough faith in the series to give a game based on the series. Well, just that, to give it a game based on the series. Yeah. But even then, not have it be a browser game, but a fully fledged, developed console game.
So are we done talking about OKKO?
Yeah, we're done.
All right, but in all seriousness, all jokes aside, we are excited for Undertale. Especially that collector's edition. Oh boy, I don't even have a PS4, and I want to buy that collector's edition.
Not to mention the beginning of that trailer.
Undertale was getting the damn thing just because of that fucking rocket.
Also, I'm hoping now that there's going to be like a Switch or an Xbone port eventually. Maybe someday. Yes, Austin?
Okay, VHS, if you really want the collector's edition, I may have to hide your wallet from you.
You probably will, because I have to save up for other video games.
Yeah.
So, are we going to go to the thing that we were talking about?
Well, all jokes aside, we are excited for Undertale, but the real thing we're talking about, the Shadow of the Colossus remake.
Yeah, I am super excited for that. Like, I haven't seen most people be excited for it. Like, I've even seen people say, like, why be excited for this when it's like one of the reasons it was so marvelous was that it was a technical marvel on the PS2, and I can see that, but I don't feel like that was one of the reasons that it was
on the PS4 camera. Honestly, I'm interested in Shadow of the Colossus PS4. But I need a PS4 to enjoy it.
Yeah, with the reason that I'm excited for this is that it's not like just a remaster. It's not something that, like, okay, increase the resolution, make sure there's no bugs in it, and release it. It's a remake. And if you know anything about the development of Shadow of the Colossus, you know that there was a lot of content cut out, and mostly, I believe, for space reasons. So now that they have
oh boy, you haven't heard the news, have you?
What happened?
They've confirmed that they're not adding any of the cut Colossi.
Motherfucker!
God damn it!
Yeah, basically it's the PS2 version in HD.
Yeah, well,
Better graphics.
it'll still look and sound amazing.
They can at least add in the Colossus DLC.
No,
DLC for Shadow of the Colossus? Are you fucking serious?
that would be dumb and
or I don't know.
this is
the Colossi being in there from the get-go.
The problem was the reason I was so fucking excited for this was that they could add in like. The reason that the map is the way it is because they're designed around the Colossi, and changing around it would basically be a brand new game if they remade it, and
basically shortened to the point
they're just remaking the game, and
I want to double check my source because all right. I just want to double check my sources because I don't want you guys to be too disappointed in case I got wrong information. Yep, it's the same exact game, just on PS4.
So can we just move on to the main event of this?
All right. Now we're gonna be here for another 5 hours. It's time for the undisputed best conference,
easily,
for lack of a better term,
easily.
at E3. Big old Nintendo. So
let's start off obviously with the first game they unveiled, right. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Why does everybody suddenly want to fuck a sword?
Because that fucking outfit.
She's got great big tracts of land
and a lovely stripper outfit. Okay, all the jokes aside, she is kind of cute.
She is adorable, and I want a plush toy. That's all I want to see when I see an adorable character of any kind. I'm like, can I get a small plush toy that I can put on my shelf?
I am pleasantly surprised that game is getting released this year.
Yeah.
Last time we were speculating it would come out next year, but holiday of this year, they must have been.
Oh yeah.
I imagine. You know what? I would imagine this is why Xenoblade X took so long. Is because a team went off to do a closer Xenoblade game, and probably for the Wii U, but they ended up moving it to the Switch.
Yeah, that's probably why. But again, all jokes aside, I am so fucking hyped for Xenoblade 2.
Me personally, I played a little bit of Xenoblade 1. I do think it is a good game. Unfortunately, I got tired of it quickly, and I do not own it anymore, unfortunately. I will get it again, though depending on how story-based it is, I might skip to Xenoblade 2, because, it just seems like a good RPG to have on the Switch.
Here's the thing, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2 do not connect in any way, shape, or form.
Alright, because I've heard both sides of the story, that it's like a Final Fantasy scenario, and that it's like an actual sequel to Xenoblade.
With the Xenosaga series, it's more like a Final Fantasy thing. None except absolutely none of the games, as far as I know, actually connect to each other. Well,
yeah, none of the games
very tangibly connect to each other, because I believe there's some barely tangible connection between Xenoblade Chronicles and other games in the Xenosaga. I'm not a big Xenosaga fan. I
never played Xenosaga, but I want to. But anyway, back to the whole Xenoblade Chronicles 2 thing.
I actually have Xenoblade Chronicles, the original, on the Wii U, but the problem is I can't play it because of the fucking Dead Zone problem, which Nintendo should already fix.
What problem?
Wait.
The Dead Zone problem. Basically, if you move your control stick too far up, Shulk will start going backwards. And it's just like, what the fuck, Shulk? Go forward.
What the shit? Well, that doesn't really matter, because I think the 3DS version is better anyway. I mean, yeah, the graphics are slightly worse, but that's a perfect that's just a perfect game for a handheld.
But staying on the Xenoblade topic, actually, if you know what you're doing, you can get to level 50 before you even touch the Monado.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Is it easy to do?
Yes. It's okay. It's easy to do, but sometimes
we're going off tangent.
Yeah, quick Xenoblade tangent. It's slightly difficult to do, but once you get it, it is. Oh my god.
I will have to do that next time. Like, maybe next time we'll get the Wii version, because I think that's gone down a little bit in price ever since the 3DS version came out.
You can just get it. You can just get it on the virtual console.
Yeah,
but
Lynn just said that. Lynn just said that the Wii U version has a glitch.
I think it only happens with the Wii U gamepad.
Okay.
Oh, the game. Oh, right. Because I always forget that you can use the Wii U gamepad on Wii games with classic control on the virtual console, but that's mainly because there are barely any good fucking games that use the classic controller on the Wii virtual console.
Yeah, anyway.
Like everything I would want to get doesn't use it. Alright.
I'm gonna DM you a link to a video actually involving the glitch.
Thank you. I'll watch that later.
So now I think we should get to our next subject.
Oh, yes! Kirby's Return to Dreamland 2, baby! Yes. It looks so fucking good!
I need to watch
Honestly, the first thing I thought when I saw this first trailer, I immediately thought of the canceled GameCube Kirby.
I know, right? It looks just like that with 4-player superstar buddies and shit, and they're bringing back combined abilities from 64. You can have like fucking Water Hammer and Fire Sword. Holy fuck!
Can you be a fridge though?
We'll have to see. But
I mean, you get to be a curling. You get to be a curling rock at least.
That sounds awesome.
But I want to go Darth Maul.
Is that Kirby should be able to insult the wizard and get turned into cake.
That's okay. That I feel like.
All right. In all seriousness, if I haven't made this obvious already for people watching the podcast, Kirby is my favorite video game franchise, and the recent games, and the recent games, Superstar Ultra, Return to Dreamland, Triple Deluxe, and especially Planet Robobot. Those are some of my favorite games of all time. Like, no kidding. It's only been a year. It's only been a year since it came out. But honest to God, Planet Robobot is my favorite game of all time, and you guys should all play it because it has some of the best level design of any platformer ever. Such great. But that's another.
I love Robobot, but
that's another thing. I'm very excited for this. It's continuing the footsteps that Return to Dreamland started, and that Triple Deluxe and Planet Robobot continued. I'm happy to see Superstar Studies back. I mean, I was happy to see Meta Knight and DDD playable and shit. But the Superstar buddies, like, they're a staple of the franchise. People love them. Like, they're one of the best features of Superstar for the co-op mode. And now with 4 players, you can have, like, fucking burn. I'm just gushing about this game. We've barely seen any footage, and this game looks fucking good. Look at the fucking HD textures on Wispy Woods.
I mean, guys, come on! It's the best model Kirby's ever had.
Oh, easily.
It's spherical.
Shoot. It's spherical.
Hold on, VHS.
Yes, I'll put it in. I'll put it in. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I will put that in.
Thank you. So, should we skip over Pokken Tournament Deluxe considering they
did not say anything new about Pokken. What they did say though is that some mainline Pokemon RPG, I'm assuming it's Generation 8, but it's a bit soon, we can't really tell. But a main series Pokemon game is in development for the Switch after Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
And now to the main thing.
No.
Not yet.
Lynn, don't jump the gun with this stuff. We gotta talk about Pokemon first.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Alright, everyone please calm down for that stuff. Okay.
Please.
We've talked about the Pokemon Direct, like, what do we think is gonna come out of a main series game on the Switch?
I'm predicting Gen 8 or Masuda will make people shut the fuck up and just make Pokemon Stars.
They won't. I doubt Stars is gonna happen on a new console. I've been down that since the beginning. Like, a lot of people have been wanting, like, a Gen 6 expansion for the Switch, but I didn't see it happening because I would assume compatibility issues with the 3DS. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, Smash 3DS can connect to Smash Wii U.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What?
Sorry, I burped. It didn't feel good. I'm sorry. I'm fine
Morty.
though.
Morty. Oh, jeez, Rick.
Morty. Oh, Jesus Christ, that didn't feel good. I have to cut this out. Okay, but I see where people are coming from, but I thought that compatibility issues would be a thing, plus it's very unconventional. Also, I don't see a Sinnoh remake happening until at least after Gen 8, because...
No, during Gen 8, because considering the pattern I can't
after the main Gen 8, after the main 2 games.
I keep hearing Jenny for some reason.
Well, I wonder why.
Well, it is VHS.
We're not bringing that up in the podcast. I'm not going to humiliate myself on my YouTube channel all over again. Okay?
All right.
Okay, sorry. Let's not go there.
I'm mainly joking, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. I got nothing. I'm not a big Pokemon guy. I'll pick up the games every once in a while, and I mean once in a while. Like last time I picked up a game before Sun was but it was Gen 4. Oh, come on, it's not that bad.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
I will agree. Gen 4 is not that bad.
I've never personally picked up a Pokemon game, honestly.
You've tried to.
What I'm saying was
Silver and maybe Moon, but that's it.
Yeah, you said you picked up Pokemon Moon, but that was about it.
Right.
And even then, I can never get into it.
Well, this is mainly something that Nintendo stated just so that people know it's coming, and so that speculation will keep stock of the Switch on. So there's not much we could talk about now. All right, everyone, calm down. Please silence. Be silent, Lynn. All right.
Lynn, shut up.
For this.
Sorry.
No, all right. I have something prepared. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with me, blow shit up, 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 blow shit up. Metroid Prime 4, baby.
Okay, guys. Let me give out some context a little bit. Okay, guys, let me give out something. I am a pretty big Metroid fan. It's not exactly clear,
I would have never guessed.
But I fucking love Metroid. So when I heard this announcement, I was in school at the time when this was happening, and when I was taking a test at that point, and I couldn't take out my phone, so by the time I got out, it was all already over. But when I saw it, I was like, oh!
My pants!
Oh. And when I came back, and the commotion was going around, like the voice chat, whatever. It's like, oh! Okay, not really, but
and Johnny
internally, I was dying because, yes, it's close to what I've wanted. We're getting closer.
Yes, my pants.
And the best part, it's not just Metroid Prime 4.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
No, let's go ahead and talk about it because it technically wasn't part of the stream. Like,
there's not much to Metroid Prime 4 anyway. It's kind of a teaser.
Yeah, all they really said was it's coming, which. And
it's not being developed by Retro Studios, which is kind of strange, but I really hope they do good with it.
Well, that just leaves what is Retro doing, but that's a story for another day, I would assume.
Yeah, that's another story in of itself.
Once they actually announce, because they've been really tight-lipped about what they've been developing.
So I don't really have much to say about Prime 4 at the moment.
I have to say,
on the other hand.
All right. Just like the sheer fucking absurdity of it. Everyone had already fanned down from the stream. They showed off Mario Odyssey. It looked great.
Yeah,
Everyone was already calmed down. And then the people in the trios were like, and now we have a special brand new 3DS game to show you that wasn't in our Direct. I'm like, oh, Seems pretty cool. A new 3DS game, and I just watch, and then I just watched the trailer. And it's like, seems weird. Is this like a jungle thing or a space thing? Kind of techno-y music. That enemy looks familiar. That's a fucking Metroid.
Right.
That's a fucking Metroid.
It's Samus. It's another Metroid game. It's another 2D Metroid.
I don't even like Metroid. Oh my god.
I've been waiting for this for years. Well, technically not a Fusion sequel, but close enough. Yes.
Brainshock podcast to bring you World Network.
It's Nintendo's official AM2R.
Yeah, now we know. Now we know why AM2R was dropped by Nintendo.
It makes sense now. Actually, makes sense now. They were making their own version all along. Oh my god!
Yeah, personally,
What a twist!
Personally, I am really excited for both Metroid Prime 4. I couldn't get my thoughts out on that before, by the way, and Metroid Samus Returns. I am very excited for Samus Returns because it means we're. Yeah, I mean it's closer to being done than Metroid Prime 4, which
we're
just
one
got
step closer to a new Metroid game than before.
Did we get a release window or?
September.
We didn't get a release window for Prime 4, obviously, but
yeah, I know.
but
Samus Returns.
September 15th.
Samus Returns is out the September 15th. I'm not even a big Metroid person. Like, I do enjoy the games, but I'm not a super huge fan of it. But even I was freaking out over this, like, oh my god, they listened to the fans. Like,
yeah,
I actually listened.
Not even just that, I've already fucking pre-ordered the Samus Returns Special Edition.
Does that come with anything special?
Yes.
Soundtrack. It comes with a CD of music from all the Metroid games, similar to the
I want so badly.
Similar to the Kirby Anniversary Collection. I like to collect physical copies of video game soundtracks. So
please tell me where you can send. Please tell me where I can pre-order that shit.
I pre-ordered it from GameStop a couple days ago when I bought ARMS.
Can I pre-order it from Amazon?
Yes.
Probably. Well,
Wait,
Johnny, let me look at it so you're not biting yourself in the foot.
Alright, while those guys are looking broken, you didn't get your thoughts out on Prime 4, I'm sorry.
I'm mostly I am just really, really excited for it, but what I was thinking of was, again, I was watching the TFS E3 thing, and when they were like, what the hell, space? Is it like Star Fox or F-Zero? I was like, no, guys, it's Metroid. It's obviously Metroid. Like, as soon as I saw the stars, I was like, that's Metroid. Like, I didn't even know it was. I didn't even know that the nebula was in the shape of the screw attack symbol, but it was.
Me neither.
It was
special guest appearance, apparently.
Anyway,
which, by the way, screw attack.
Yeah, no, I was so fucking excited. Like, I think, yeah, this was the game that I actually legitimately shouted yes over and over again. I am not a very loud person, but when I am excited, I am really, really fucking excited. And this is, I really enjoyed all three Metroid Prime games, and yes, even 2 and 3. But most people actually like 2. But anyway, I can't wait to see what they do with this. Like,
me neither. I just can't wait. I just want to play this game already, please.
No, why haven't we invented time travel technology already?
No, it's only a couple months. It's not like the wait that we got for Other M, even if Other M was disappointed. It's only a couple months. Like,
well, for Samus Return. Wait. Oh, by the way, the gameplay on that looks.
Oh yeah.
It does look really good. Like, I was a tiny bit worried at first by the bigger focus on combat. Not that I wouldn't mind in a Metroid game. I was just worried that would take a big focus. But the Treehouse stream immediately debunked that. It's classic Metroid exploration, fucking exploring for items and shit. Not to mention the fact that it's not even like just a remake. Like, they really reworked the maps for SR388.
Like, honestly, I'm a bit at a loss for words, but, hey, Guy, what are your opinions on, Samus returning?
Oh, right,
Good.
Right.
Yeah,
This is Dai. He came in uninvited.
How did you get here? And why are you here?
He fell in the plot hole.
Exactly.
What are you doing here?
That plot hole we left with Captain Underpants had to have some side effect.
When Locke left, the room was open to one more person.
Well, you might as well join us in. You know, we're at the tail end. We're at the final.
We're at Nintendo. We're almost done. So
we're just about done. So maybe about a couple more minutes, but.
Well, yeah, like Metroid, Prime 4. All we know is that it's happening, but at least it is happening. That's a thing people needed.
That's at least one thing.
And we have Samus Returns to quell the wait, even.
Or excited for everything.
Yeah.
So that's just.
Can you kind of speak up a bit?
That's just brilliant news altogether.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let's get off a bit of the Metroid hype train. Our next game, they look the new Yoshi out.
Oh yeah, for some.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
I'm
interested.
I thought at first
Tomorrow,
that it would.
Odyssey looks good. I can't wait to possess.
We're doing the games in order of their announcements and their trailers.
Yeah.
Here, I'll grab you the thing and get it to you.
I thought that it was straight up Yoshi's Woolly World 2 at first, which was kind of disappointing for me. But upon rewatching the trailer, it's a different Yoshi game. It has a similar aesthetic with like paper, cardboard, stuff like that. But it is different. I think the thing that threw me off is that Yoshi looks oddly fuzzy in this game.
Yeah, I blame the 3DS resolution, unless it's on the Switch, in which case...
It's on the Switch.
Okay.
Honestly, I really hope they do what they did last time and make more like something equivalent to the Yarn Yoshi amiibos that I really loved.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool for people that like Yoshi, but I can't really get into the franchise. I want to get the 3DS version of Woolly World to try it out one last time, but Yoshi so far hasn't been my thing. I think all the collecting you have to do in it makes it too slow paced for me. But it's cool that we have it for Yoshi fans. Yeah. And the flipping perspectives gimmick seems really cool. Something to make sure players pay a lot of attention.
Yeah.
So, Lynn, here's the moment you've been waiting for. Fire Emblem Warriors looks like shit.
I'm kind of there because, well, here's the first problem I had. I'm not trying to be mean here. Like, the main characters, they look like those two fucking Vocaloids I don't remember the name of.
They kind of do act now that you think about it.
Seriously, put like a side-by-side picture.
That would take too much editing on my part. Fuck you.
They were fucking killed. They were killed and replaced by a lookalike. Conspiracy theorist.
It's a tie-in with Invasion of the Body Snatcher. Oh god, no. That movie scares... The 70s one scares the crap out of me. Moving on. Fire Emblem Warriors. It looks pretty samey to Hyrule Warriors, and because of that, I don't really care.
Honestly, it feels like Hyrule Warriors, but with bad voice acting. And the kind of character's drive to do things is literally just the same as Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan.
Like, that's not... Like, I'm not a big Dynasty Warriors fan. Like, as some Call Me Johnny has said, it is a junk food game, but that type of game doesn't hold my interest for very long. Every time I've bought a copy of Hyrule Warriors, whether it's 3DS or Switch, I'll get really into it, I'll finish story mode, and then I'll never play it again, and I'll end up selling the game because I really don't care.
Yeah, I'm
Dynasty Warriors game in Hyrule.
Dai, can you move up closer to your mic? We can barely hear you.
Hey? Oh. Well, all I was saying was I'm pretty sure the best of the Dynasty Warriors games is actually Hyrule Warriors because it actually had some more interesting to it, like the giant bosses,
Yeah, I'll give it that. Hyrule Warriors...
bombs, all that, puzzle solving.
It did keep my interest for a little while, but unfortunately lost it. But I do see why people get into it.
Still not all that great.
Like, even people, as we all know, even people that aren't into Zelda have gotten into Hyrule Warriors, like Ted from Brainshock Comms, and even with Ethan from the last episode.
Yeah. Personally, I'm not a big Dynasty Warriors fan or a Fire Emblem fan, so I'm probably going to be quiet for most of the rest of the discussion of this.
Here's the thing, I'm going to pick it up just to see if it is what I think it's going to be. And honestly, I feel like it's going to be very mediocre in comparison to Hyrule Warriors, because me and my brother, that was like one of the few times we actually got along. We sat down in our room and played like Hyrule Warriors for hours together.
Yeah. Like I just want to point out to people that this is not a Switch exclusive. It's getting ported to the new 3DS.
Oh no!
Yeah.
No.
Sounded like the guy from Family Guy. Oh no!
Yeah, no, that's my
Oh,
realizing.
speaking of oh no, I think the special edition of Samus Returns is fucking sold out on Amazon.
Yeah, I should have brought that up.
GameStop had it in stock for a long time. You might want to check them.
But yeah, I feel I feel like the pinnacle where Fire Emblem has gone. It feels like this game is going to be very much towards the people who played Awakening and Fates, and not much for the people who played like stuff like the Radiant duo or.
The Radiant and Radiant Dawn.
The stuff before Awakening, like Shadow Dragon and such. This game already feels like it's targeted towards those people, because it has, like, the only pre-Awakening character it has is Marth.
Yeah, that's a complaint I had with it too, because I'm not a big Fire Emblem person, but I am aware that there's a sizable fan base for several characters across all of the games, and the big thing I don't want games like Fire Emblem Warriors to be is just Awakenings and Fate shilling. Especially because I fucking can't stand Fire Emblem Fates. Awakening is good, but Fates is crap.
Fates is
That's the best gameplay in the series. It's just awful in story regards.
It's awful in story and DLC. It's an $80 3DS game with DLC.
It's almost...
I don't care.
Why?
I just want Revelations from the get-go.
Because they wanted to take a note off Pokemon. That's probably why.
The thing is, though, I can understand Pokemon. You know what? We're going to go on a tangent. Basically, here's my opinion. I'm going to buy it. If it's bad, I'm going to cry on the inside. If it's good, I will be happy with myself, and I can move from Warriors happy, because I know that the next Fire Emblem game will be Fire Emblem for the Switch. You know, it's going to be coming out eventually.
Yes,
but
it is.
It's going to get revealed.
So from there, we have the Zelda Breath of the Wild DLC. They showed off a shit ton of the next DLC pack that comes out at the end of the month, which is mainly like harder challenges, like a Master Quest mode and stuff. It looks interesting, but as much as I love Breath of the Wild, it's my second favorite Zelda. I'm not really looking to get the DLC at the moment. I'm mainly waiting for...
In impossible mode, they could just make it to where it fucking rains all the time.
God.
Lynn, I'm gonna have nightmares for weeks because of you.
I haven't played the game yet, but so the only thing I really have to say is, where is the music from the trailer from? Because like, is that in game or is that probably from the DLC? Because
I'm not certain. It like that character they showed off in the trailer that's playing the music is from the game. Like, he's a recurring character.
That's not the music I mean.
Oh,
you know that. I
like
meant the music
that
was playing during the montage of events that Link was taking.
I don't recognize that music, unfortunately.
Honestly, one of the things I kind of guessed is that when I saw like the Tingle suit on screen, I'm like, okay, how many people made the iDubbbz joke?
I did.
I didn't.
iDubbbz?
Oh, I forgot the costumes for a thing. Like, I find it hard to be excited for the extra stuff in the Breath of the Wild DLC, mainly because, like, the extra stuff wasn't a main focus for me in my playthrough. I was mainly focused on the story and anything else I could find on the way. I want to leave most of Breath of the Wild open for future playthroughs. I might never 100% that game just so that I still have stuff to find.
Well, when I get the game, I'm definitely getting the DLC because you get the Korok mask and 900 Korok seeds!
So,
That's still a bit of a sore spot for me. That's just
Die.
You don't even need all 900 Korak seeds. If you
I
get
know,
you
but-
get all the upgrades, and then if you get all 900, you get a gold piece of shit. Literally a gold piece of shit. It's like an angry video game nerd joke.
Die, what are your opinions on the Breath of the Wild expansion pass? Are you going to get it, or are you going to pass on it as well?
I haven't really looked at it, but I mean, it all depends on my mood at the time. It's all just like, if I feel like playing more Breath of the Wild, I'll get it. If I don't, then
All right, but the thing I am looking forward to out of the DLC is the Guardian's Ballad. I think that's the title. I'm curious about the DLC story because I do like the Champions Ballad. I think it is. My bad.
Yeah, I think
it just adds the
We're
song.
getting that Pokemon. Little thing we know is that the Breath of the Wild DLC is actually the new Pokemon game for Switch.
What the fuck?
Shut up.
Shut up.
Okay, but in all seriousness, I am curious about the story and what they're doing with it because I'd like. Obviously, there's a bigger focus on the champions, who are the best characters in the game. They have some of the best scenes, some of the best lines. Hell, they're popular enough that they're getting their own amiibos now, which all look really good, except Urbosa. She has a giant fucking dildo stuck up her ass.
I mean, she wouldn't be a Gerudo with a stick up her ass. Without a stick up her ass, I mean.
I love how it just said yay when I heard that.
But I'm curious to see what the story is about because my impression was that it would be some sort of prequel focusing on them, but I've also heard from friends of mine hoping that it's a story about actually saving them because spoilers for Breath of the Wild. Skip to
when you're.
Skip to insert time code here.
I don't even know if there's an easy way to end that. I'll think of something. If I spoil it for viewers, I'm sorry, but this is a thing. This is a thing that's part of our conversation.
how about I make an ear-piercing screech?
So just the fair warning.
As soon as we're done
I've heard
talking.
because
Please skip to
one of the most depressing things about Breath of the Wild is that you can't really save the champions. Like, you could save their souls, but they're all already dead, and they'll pass on once you've beaten Calamity Ganon. So
then again, I don't know.
A thing I've heard is that the DLC story could be about reviving them in some sort of way. That's just a thing I've heard. I would be curious to see how they could handle a situation like that as well.
Well, I mean, that'll put an end to the who's the most powerful Link debate.
Oh, okay. So then it's
this Link can raise the dead.
Not even the genie can raise the dead. So what you're saying?
This Link becomes fucking a coup.
So Die, what you're saying is that it's actually a tie-in with the Switch port of Xenoverse 2. But yeah, I don't really care about the extra stuff. I'm glad it's there, and it'll be fun to play through when I do get it eventually. But I want to hear more about the story, mostly.
Yeah.
Well, we already said our things on Mario and Rabbids.
We've discussed Mario and Rabbids. I was pleasant. I was very pleasant.
Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer came from E3 or some other thing.
We've already talked about Kingdom Hearts.
We talked about that a while ago.
And we've talked about Sonic Forces.
I wanted that because, I honestly think that this would be something not even he would be able to see coming.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I was very pleasantly surprised to see from the Direct was a Rocket League port, because that's a game that I've seen a lot of demand for on the Switch, and it's also a game I've yet to play, and that'll be great for multiplayer.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is, so...
really?
It's soccer with cars.
It's soccer with cars, and it's much cooler than you would think it is. Based on what little I've played of it, that is.
Soccer or football. We are an international entertainment group anyway.
Football in Europe, football in Europe, soccer in America.
Soccer in America, football everywhere else.
So before we get to the big thing, there are two other 3DS games that were announced during the stream. I actually didn't see anything out of the second one, so I need to look that up.
Mario.
While I'm looking for that, the leaked remake of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga is real.
I'm interested.
I am too, mainly because I like Superstar Saga, but I've never beaten it.
Me too.
I've never.
So Superstar Saga is
hopefully they can. Hopefully, with Superstar Saga, they can make the difficulty curve a bit more of a curve.
I'm really excited for this.
I mean, granted, I enjoy the Mario and Luigi series, but Superstar Saga is not my favorite.
Because of the one thing of, I had that game on the Wii U Virtual Console, never beat it. I'm honestly planning on the moment I get this game, I'm going to play it.
Yeah. I have it on the Wii Virtual Console too. I played about halfway through the game, but unfortunately I have not finished it. But it is a very good game, and
I enjoy Superstar Saga, but it's not my personal
favorite. Hey VHS, I found the other 3DS game.
I'm looking at it right now, but we're on Mario and Luigi right now. One thing I'm worried about though is that the sprites of the game they look really good, like Dream Team quality sprites, but at the same time they're not as expressive and energetic as the GBA sprites. And that's the thing that a lot of people complained about.
I disagree with that, but that's just me.
Hey, at least we got to see Mario jumping into his clothesline, remade in the Dream Team's art style.
That is true. But that's a thing that has me a little bit torn on it. But at the same time, I'm probably going to get it anyways, mainly because...
Mario and Luigi.
Well, that and Superstar Saga will be really fucking fun to play with the tightness... No, well, it's already on the go on Game Boy Advance. I mean, like, gameplay-wise, because if doing attacks is as tight as Dream Team and Paper Jam feels, then this will, gameplay-wise, it will be the superior version of Superstar Saga. Though I don't think anyone...
Have to hope that it isn't as broken as Paper Jam could get.
Yeah, though I don't think anyone cares about the Bowser's Minions mode. Like, I asked a friend about it, and he said it looked extremely boring.
What are you talking about? I don't actually know what you're
Bowser's Minions, the side mode of Mario and Luigi Second Deluxe. But...
Yeah, it's an extra mode that they added to the Superstar Saga remake.
Basically, you can control Bowser's Minions as you charge another army.
Also, they confirmed amiibo compatibility. That's something we kind of brushed over with Metroid. Lots of new amiibos. There's like a couple for Fire Emblem Warriors, which is okay. Mario and they're doing a wave 3 of the Mario amiibos for mainly for Mario and Luigi because of the Bowser's Minions mode. Because I think it's like a Goomba, a Koopa, and something else. I forget what the third one is.
I hope it's a Dry Bones, because Dry Bones are cool.
Yeah.
We already have a Boo, so it can't be Boo, but...
Oh shit, there's a Call of Cthulhu, Cthulhu remake being made. Sorry,
That's another story. Alright, and something we brushed over with Metroid is the Metroid 2 Samus amiibo, and the squishy Metroid amiibo, which I absolutely fucking want.
I really want that, but I also...
I want to do.
Yeah.
Also,
I don't know.
Also, something I found out the other day, they're actually being sold in a bundle, like the Callie and Marie amiibos.
Yeah.
And also like the Omen Celica amiibos.
Yeah. Samus and the Metroid. So the other 3DS game that they announced, which I literally just watched the trailer for. I didn't know it existed until today. Sushi Striker: The Way of Sushido. Bleh.
So these
I'm sorry, what?
It's some sort of puzzle game. It's like this anime-esque puzzle game that's like sushi themed. It looks
Hold on, so if you fail a mission in the game, do you have to commit ritual Sudoku?
Oh god. Oh.
You need Semaku.
Game over, fuckface.
No, it's actually a surprise crossover with Samurai Jack Season 5.
Okay then.
All right, Brain. We're in a real mess this time. You have any advice? Kill yourself, my man. Not helping, Brain. Not helping.
Not helping, Brain. Not helping. Not trying. Body.
I don't think we really have anything to say about Sushi Striker because I think we barely knew it existed.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it existed, but it's...
Hey, we at least got Ritual Sudoku out of it, and that's all that matters.
Stop.
Yeah.
Alright, last thing before we get to go home.
Wait, where's my Super Smash Bros. Melee HD for Switch?
Shut up.
Austin.
Come back.
Austin. You were supposed to say that.
Out of here.
Alright, but... no, we discussed this. They're not doing Melee HD, they're doing Shrek HD.
Oh, god damn it.
Okay, but really...
The world is gonna roll me.
Alright, but seriously... Super Mario motherfucking Odyssey. Jesus Christ, I love that song.
Every time we see this game, it looks better.
Jesus fucking Christ, I love that song.
It's time to jump up in the air. Jump up, don't be scared. Jump up and your cares will soar away. And if the dark clouds start to swirl, don't feel a shed a tear, 'cause I'll be your one-up girl. So let's all jump up super high, high up in the sky. There's no power up like dancing. You know that you're my superstar, so no one else can take me this far. I'm flipping the switch, get ready for this song. Let's do the Odyssey.
Oh my god, that song! Oh my
I didn't hear the
god!
song, sadly, but I saw everything else, and I love it.
I love this song. I love
Literally, the first thing we see is a freaking T-Rex, and we're like, "Oh crap! Is this the Monster Hunter localization?" And then you see the fucking hat on it, and it's like, "What, Mario? What's he doing to the T-Rex?" And then we find out later in the trailer, you can possess dinosaurs.
Oh my god!
You can possess.
I just
no one won
love-
E3 this year. It was pure garbage.
You can possess.
And I just say to them, motherfucker, Mario just
I'm the
possessed
motherfucking
a
T-Rex.
You could possess human. You could possess normal people. You could possess a frog. You could possess Goombas. You could
possess traffic pools.
No, better idea. Wait, better idea. Try to possess Bowser.
Fucking people, I think.
I'm waiting for the Mario Odyssey DLC where you can possess a random ass cheese Danish.
You can possess a taxi.
You can possess a taxi. Hey, come on over and have some fun with Crazy
Taxi.
Yeah. All right, let's all calm down. Let's go over it.
All right.
Mario, basically, Mario Odyssey looks like the best Mario game ever made.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Granted, I enjoyed my time with every Mario game that I've played, but Mario Odyssey just kicks us out of the park.
We've seen so many improvements over the other games. It's the open worldness of Mario 64, Mario Sunshine turned up to fucking 11.
No, Mario Galaxy as well.
Alright, well, Mario Galaxy was far more linear, but like it has that Galaxy style, but still being open world. The music is fucking great. I mean, that song.
Oh my god, that soundtrack.
You could collect fucking the main collectible for this game without having to leave the level. So now we're up to Banjo-Kazooie levels there. Like,
if Big Band is like the staple Mario soundtrack, now I am all for it.
It started in 3D World, and if it keeps going, then I'm all fucking for it, because Big Band music sounds sexy. That I was gonna say, it sounds
I want
sexy.
to be able to do that digitally, but
hold on, this also means that we may get a special appearance in Mario Odyssey by Big Band from Skullgirls.
Okay. Well, I mean,
I would love it if there were a level that were focused around music with him just following you around as your soundtrack the entire time.
But just like all the levels, we have the fucking Donkey Kong City where Pauline is the mayor.
On your shoulder.
Wait, Pauline's the fucking mayor?
Pauline's the mayor.
She is the
and
mayor
she's
of
the
New
singer of the song.
I know. There's a fucking Day of the Dead world. Every good video game is a Day of the Dead world. Just look at Rayman Legends.
Welcome to the land of the remembered.
Oh, and finally, and I'm sorry, I just can't get over the fucking T-Rex part.
Well, like there's like a jungle level.
And I'm just sitting here waiting to have PTSD flashbacks over having to try everything.
They showed off a haunted. They showed off a haunted. They showed off some sort of new haunted level. It literally looks like the Nightmare Before Christmas. It literally looks like the Nightmare Before Christmas in Mario.
Oh my!
The hill was wearing a top.
Actually, one of the things I actually like to point out, in the Treehouse demo they showed of Mario Odyssey, the possessable T-Rex has a fucking human-sized cowboy hat.
That's amazing.
Speaking of hats,
I brought my dinosaur who eats force field dogs.
No, speaking of hats, that hat for Mario. Oh my god.
Now I just imagine, you guys know like the opening, the Woody's Roundup from Toy Story 2 where Woody kicks Roundup. I just imagine that opening, but the T-Rex crushes the sheriff's office.
Yeah. with like talking more seriously about Mario Odyssey, I really like, and this is a thing I have for something like Kingdom Hearts 3. It's made so many goddamn improvements to the game that it's trying to make that it's barely recognizable, but at the same time is instantly recognizable as the series that it's coming from. Like it's so, like, I love that these two games exist, and Mario Odyssey especially, because when Mario evolves as a gaming icon, that means that it's time for the rest of the world to measure up with that, and
it's time for the rest of the world to do the Mario.
Just going back to see some of the brokenness of some earlier games, like Super Mario Galaxy 2, while amazing as that is, it had so much brokenness to it, and Mario Odyssey, just comparing that to Galaxy, and Galaxy...
I don't think Galaxy is broken at that point. Well...
No, I mean, like, with enough trial and error, you can get some pretty broken out of bounds and all that kind of...
Yeah, actually.
Like, seriously,
just imagine how much harder this generation is going to be in terms of Mario games and stuff like that, in terms of breaking
tips and tricks like that. For like speedrunning and
shit. They're going to find them. It might be...
It's inevitable that they'll find them, but it might be more difficult than in previous games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like to remind everyone
the scale of how, just looking back on what I had seen as the most graphically beautiful game I had seen for quite a few years, Super Mario Galaxy 2. Just looking at Mario Odyssey now, it really gives me high hopes for the future.
Yeah, same here.
Like, it looks better than Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which I think that game looks really good. Like, not in a lot of the main modes, like multiplayer and stuff, where everything's a lot more washed out looking, but Zombies actually has some really, really beautiful set pieces.
Yeah,
like Shangri-La.
Series, but it gives out some nice aesthetics sometimes.
It really shows how much, with the supposedly weaker power of the Switch.
Honestly,
That's the thing with
Nintendo. Is they may not have as powerful. Their consoles are not as powerful, but they know how to squeeze every single drop.
They know what the fuck they're doing with this shit.
Need I remind you that the Wii U, as big of a failure as it was, it gave us the graphical wonder that was Pikmin 3.
And Super Mario World 3, Super Mario 3D World,
and it gave us the power
Mario Kart 8.
And another good thing is that the Wii itself gave us Sonic Colors, which, when I look at Starlight Carnival, I still think that got
Sonic Colors. How about we talk about Mario Galaxy?
Yeah, like
still, whenever I think of good graphics on the Wii, Starlight Carnival is what comes to mind.
Oh yeah,
anyway, Starlight Carnival, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, just games like that are just so. Games and moments like that in games are so beautiful on the Wii.
Yeah, and when you extend
that, to like it.
The thing is, that was just a moment in the game. The rest of the game, it looks good, but I've seen a lot better.
Yeah.
Mario Odyssey, it seems like the entire game are just those nice graphical moments. It's like, Holy shit, I love this game.
To go back on the topic of consoles having enough power to do whatever, Wii U, Bayonetta 2, Jesus Christ, that game looks amazing.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
Actually, one of the big examples I give with Mario Odyssey on how it looks good, look at Mario's hair.
Yeah, look at how bouncy Mario is as well.
The detail of modeling, like, not even just Mario Odyssey, look at a lot of the official renders for some of the more recent Mario games. Like, Waluigi has a weird, like, strawberry texture nose, and it's weird, but it's so...
Even lackluster games like Mario Party 10 have amazing fucking renders for their promotional material.
Yeah, no, I mean, Mario has pores in Odyssey. Like, he has actually rendered pores.
Okay, no, Broken, I'm gonna stop you there because, Broken, we get it. Mario Odyssey is fantastic fucking graphics for a Mario game. Saying something like that, you're comparing Mario Odyssey's graphics to the live-action Smurf movies.
Oh yeah.
So, never say that again, okay? Okay, so can I bring up that Mario Odyssey is going to have the best amiibos ever? That is to say, Wedding Peach, Wedding Bowser, and Soup Mario.
I like those. I hope we get the wedding designers as well, or the wedding.
Can I just say something about the amiibos that makes me laugh every time?
What?
Oh, just so it's supposed to look like both Mario and Bowser could be proposing to Peach. Like, you can put them on either side of Peach, and it would look like they're proposing to her, like both of them. But to me, it looks more like Mario and Bowser are getting hitched, and Peach is official.
Peach is the third wheel watching on. And like,
you want to mention
what the hell?
You want to mention about Bowser's wedding thing? To me, when I first saw that, I honestly thought Pimp Bowser. He had the car before, and it returns in this game, I think. So. It's
Bowser take lessons from fucking REO Speedwagon. He can fucking
Super Mario Odyssey, in which Bowser becomes Speedwagon.
Bowser become more and more like he's playing Jasper, I guess.
Like a character.
I don't know how to pronounce. I mean, say it, but you know what I mean.
Bowser used to be like, think of it like his evolution from 64 to Odyssey. Like in 64 he was very punk rock kind of, and now he has like jazz and shit.
I love the outer. That one of my favorite things about Mario 3D World is how all the Bowser aesthetics, because like throughout the series, Bowser's been very hard rock.
We forgot to mention 3D World about graphics.
Or in like the 3D games, it's like very orchestral, epic, like ho 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 ho. But 3D World tosses that out for like a hip, swinging, bad boy kind of jazz feel. It feels really fucking fitting for Bowser, actually.
I really want to hear an electro swing version of old Bowser.
It shows that Bowser's kind of evolved as a character.
If you look at an example, compare like Bowser's first theme when you fight him in Mario 64, like the one where you first fight him, you know, the say World Bowser.
Compare that to Mario Odyssey.
And then World Bowser's like...
I don't know why, but I want to hear a good remix that sounds sort of like Electro Swing.
It'll exist somewhere someday.
Electro Swing.
Alright, so we just got done here.
Have we gushed as much as we can about Mario Odyssey? There's no doubt.
We haven't even talked about the level design.
We gushed about it more than Metroid.
I don't think we. Well, I haven't watched the Treehouse stuff, so I
watched a little bit of the Treehouse stuff for Odyssey before my internet went out, and it looked fucking good. Like
it's Mario. It's like a kind of between Mario Galaxy and Mario 3D World in terms of level design, but with more.
It's so open, just like 64 and Sunshine.
Which is amazing, and I wanted that back so badly.
It's the perfect mesh of all the 3D Marios.
Pretty much.
I mean,
There's
hell,
like-
it's even got the big. It's even got the big band from 3D World.
And there's a shit ton of like secret stuff. Like you'll find like a secret. Oh, this pipe leads to like an 8-bit section where if you climb up this tower in like a pseudo Mario 1 style, you get a moon at the top.
Yeah, that's
really. You find a fucking bunny.
What kind of picked up
They
on
finally
is,
got rid of the live system. If you die, all you do is lose a couple coins.
It's like Shovel Knight.
Which, wow.
But one thing that's really stood out to me in the level design is the fact that it actually brilliantly mixes like actual world design that has levels built around it, kind of, so that you have beautiful landscapes and all that you can roam around, but it also has areas that are more platformy and linear that connects the areas and are for moons.
Yeah. Alright, now are we done here?
Little secret nooks and crannies in the more overworldy parts, and then in the side things, it's a lot more linear.
What? Let's see. It said it was holiday 2017. No, we got a release date.
No, it's not even fucking holiday anymore. October 27th.
Right.
October 1st!
October 27th. It's not even...
Trick or treat!
Okay, technically October is holiday season, but yeah, that's about as early as holiday season can get. I am honestly
care I'm not even getting this as a birthday present. I'm getting this fucking launch day.
Oh yeah, me too.
Same here.
If I can get my
30th, I'm not fucking waiting. I'm getting this shit launch day.
If I can get my hands on a Switch, then I'm getting this launch day.
I know people that were hating on the Switch that were absolutely fucking hesitant to get it. Mario Odyssey and Metroid Prime 4 absolutely convinced them, okay, the Switch is a good console, I'm getting a Switch.
Yeah.
Honestly, me personally, I'm waiting till I get a few personal things out of the way.
I'm honestly going to, like, originally for my birthday, I was going to ask for Ultra Sun, but I'm probably going to throw it out of the window and ask for a Switch and Mario Odyssey.
Hopefully, considering the holidays, they'll make a bundle that has the Switch with Odyssey in it. Like, that would make a lot of sense.
Easily.
Yeah,
because
better
so
make
much
one.
bigger, more expansive open world games, and
At the very least, make a bundle with Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Okay, so
really.
I think that's just about it with Odyssey. So, quick thoughts on the conferences overall. Alright, one at a time. Alright.
Jai hasn't seen the conferences, so I think we can skip him.
Alright, Broken, you first.
Well, overall, I
love it.
There was some good. There was some good. There was some bad. It was very middle of the road E3, and if it weren't for Nintendo, ending E3 on such a high note, I probably wouldn't have had.
Easily.
I wouldn't have had as much to remember fondly about this E3.
Same.
Exactly.
All right. For me personally, I kind of agree with Broken. It's kind of a mixed bag of everything. Until Nintendo basically stole the floor show, I am super excited for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Mario Odyssey, Ultra Sun and Moon, that sort of shit. But overall, again, kind of like what Broken said, it's middle of the road, but it ended on a really high note.
So, Johnny, you want to go before me, or should I go?
Yeah, let Johnny go.
Which one of us goes first?
Johnny.
Johnny.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors.
I'm kind of on the same fence with you guys. It's kind of a mixed bag of everything, but that's usually why I love E3. It's got everything, even the bad, which I don't usually like. But hey, that's part of the experience.
Can't have good without the bad, after all.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's why I have Sonic 06 in my collection.
You're not one to talk.
Anyway,
I'm not one to
Everyone
talk.
here has had Sonic 06 at one point in their lives.
Yeah,
Honestly, I've never had Sonic 06 until relatively recently.
Alrighty,
VHS? With Len?
What about me?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Describe it with the three people that matter other than Sony. You have Nintendo, Microsoft, and Ubisoft. The good, the bad, and the
believe.
Ugly.
But yeah, honestly, I feel like Nintendo's E3. Honestly, I could honestly judge E3 because I really didn't care about the others other than Sony, just by Nintendo's, in which case I'm excited for everything Nintendo is throwing at the window.
Oh, easily.
Yeah. Nintendo, this is the best conference they had in like 3 years, actually, honestly.
I can easily attest to that it's one of the best, if not the best.
I wouldn't say the best. Like, I think there's early ones that have been better, but it is up there. Me personally...
Well, I mean, true, nobody can really Robot Chicken.
Me personally, E3 started out as quite a disappointment. Like I said, I skipped over EA because of how boring it was. Microsoft was decent, but I'm not an Xbox person, and the games they had didn't interest me. Bethesda was hideously disappointing also because we got Wolfenstein and a bunch of other stuff that's meh. Ubisoft, I'm happy about Mario and Rabbids, and I'm a little happy about Beyond Good and Evil 2, even if it is a prequel. But aside from that, it was crap. Sony was easily the biggest disappointment because I had such high expectations after the last two Sony conferences, but this one was just. This one was a huge disappointment because we got a bunch of stuff that anything new was really disappointing aside from like Undertale and Shadow of the Colossus and anything.
Undertale wasn't
anything that I was already expecting.
Undertale was exciting.
It was either disappointing or early 2018. So like, I have not much to look forward to for quite a while. But Nintendo, they hit it out of the park. They hit the marks. They gave us a bunch of games that we want for this year, even a couple for next year, possibly beyond. I mean, obviously, Metroid, the revival of Metroid, Odyssey looks fucking amazing. I busted a nut over the Kirby announcement.
Everyone busted a nut over Kirby.
There are people who say that Nintendo's conference this year wasn't AAA, and while I can possibly see why, for me, Nintendo saved E3 this year. E3 would have been horrible. E3 would have been shit this year without Nintendo's involvement.
Honestly, I feel like...
And how dedicated they were nowadays.
I feel like Guy kind of sums it up when people say Nintendo's conference wasn't AAA. We have Mario possessing a fucking dinosaur. What do you have?
No, we have Mario possessing a dinosaur and Double Metroid.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Double Metroid power!
No, Johnny, you said Sony was Kratos dual-wielding fucking Nitro Crates. Nintendo is two Samuses riding on the back of Mario T-Rex.
Yeah, that instantly towers over fucking Kratos.
Kratos would look at that situation and will say, "Well, I'm fucked."
Kratos should just go home. But Kratos, we need you. I want to go home. There's many things.
She killed... Mario T-Rex fucking eats Kratos before he gets to go home.
No, I
would rather fight Ares again than this shit.
No, he decides to go home. I'm sorry, but my son needs to be in bed by 8, and I must be there by then.
But it's 11 in the morning!
Now I just imagine like my son
must iron my dog.
My son must be in bed by 8. I must go.
I must go.
But it's 11 in the morning. I missed one of the Greek gods. Gotta go.
I must go. My son needs me.
Him putting his son in bed is like this QTE Latin chant.
They confirmed the new God of War won't have QTEs. They're gonna change their mind. The only QTE in the game is just tucking him into bed, and it's gonna be the most intense shit ever.
He's gonna be squirming trying to get out of bed.
How is it gonna differentiate itself from Devil May Cry?
You have to tuck the covers in just right. You have to push the button at exactly the right time to turn the pages of the bedtime story.
Yeah.
If you miss it even a bit, Kratos gets a paper cut.
All right, that was a lot of fun, but I'm sure that a lot of us have stuff we have to take care of.
I should be in bed by now.
Yeah,
that was fun.
That was amazing.
This recording went much better than our first attempt. Everyone,
oh yeah,
thank you so much for joining for the morning.
And only one person left this time.
This sitcom is over.
We need to figure out something to do for the next episode. Like,
how about each of us gets like a piece of information to talk about? Variety hour.
Like a variety hour thing.
Tell you about Chris Chat.
One suggestion.
Anything goes.
VHS, go ahead.
A suggestion I had for the future, depending on how many people see it, an idea I had was basically a vlog on Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh yeah, that.
All right.
Depending on how many people see it, that is.
Yeah.
So.
That, everybody.
At long last, the E3 discussion is over. We're gonna go wait in line for Metroid: Samus Returns.
Yeah, I'll see you guys in like 3 months.
And at the end of that, this has been Brainshock Podcast, reminding you to don't say no. Fuck it.
Well, this was less of a disaster than last time.
And here I am just waiting for Bubsy.
All right, so can I stop recording now?
For Crash and Bubsy and stuff.
All right. Good night, everybody.